like I understand, but you're at George's 100% of the time. That you just always touching. Well, that sounds weird. You're
touching them all.
He's touching them all. Gotta touch them all. Hey, Pablo.
Restaurant Punk, what's up?
Restaurant Punk. Yeah. Ooh, that was kind of sexy.
That was good.
Yeah, we should like Three Amigos or something.
That was nice. I like that.
Yeah. White chocolate.
You're looking good today. You got a haircut. You have a pink shirt on.
Hey.
Matches the studio.
All shirts matters, okay? All shirt matters.
Looks
How
good.
we doing?
Good.
I like your sunglasses. Very
Thank
bright.
you.
Very styling, profiling.
eBay, baby.
Yeah.
What happened to the mustache?
Oh, Sneaky Pete left.
When?
Thank
I didn't
God.
even realize until just now.
See? Sneaky Pete. He did well. Nobody even noticed. It was great.
So much happier.
No, but now so shit.
I got rid of the mustache and the sideburns. We went up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Cut the hair.
I still won't kiss
freshened
you.
up.
But I bet you Noel will kiss you.
Probably.
I still won't kiss you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noelle's out of commission for a while. She broke her ankle.
She's fine. She has another
she's
one.
fine.
Just kidding.
That's okay.
Poor.
We get
She'll
the
be
guys
fine.
today.
All guys. Yeah. Dick party. So, how we doing
going
today?
on?
I got a good one today.
Shoot.
I'm shocked we've never talked about this, but it's we've been doing this podcast for 45 years now. Meetings, front of the house meetings, back of the house meetings. Do you have them? Do you host them? How often do you do them? Do you keep them together? Most times I'll do one meeting beginning of the summer, middle, and then one at the end.
Right.
And that's always front of the house. And I do that's combined, front of the house and back of the house.
I have like a little bit of a smaller staff, right? So we've never had like an official, like this is our staff meeting. I've never held like an official, like this is our staff meeting. So I kind of like the one-on-one like approach with staff, or like a couple at a time approach with staff. But like a lot of times, cause I'm there like 90% of the time, like at closing.
Yeah, you're always there. Yeah.
Right. So like there's always like that time where, we just kind of like talk like about like things out of the day, or, just other things like in general, like we talk all the time. So like, I feel that I like that one-on-one interaction. I feel like sometimes you get like more out of that because you can kind of understand like where each individual person is.
But don't you think that I agree totally. I'd rather do a one-on-one, but I feel like there are some people out there that will feel more comfortable bringing up a topic in front of a group at the same time.
Yeah.
When it comes to it, I'm a big fan of doing the one-on-one. I'm not a big group person overall, except you have your daily, as a chef in Philly, when you have a large front of the house staff, there would be a daily meeting. Right. You would meet up before shift start, before, 5 p.m. opening. You'd meet up at 4:30. You'd talk about the changes on the menus, the specials for the evening, do a
Every day?
tasting. Yeah. Every day for the whole staff. But you have a big staff.
Yeah,
We're talking restaurants from 200 to 400 people
Now,
coming in that night.
now I know
at
like
least.
when like one of the restaurants is open like all day long. When the restaurant's like open all day, like I think like that like initial like meeting, like it doesn't happen like the same kind of way that like, let's say you open up at like 4:00 or whatever, all your staff comes in at like 3:30 or 4. So now all the staff is coming in at one time. Now you need to go over like these are all like the bullet points of the night. Like this is like what we have going on today, or these people are coming in tonight. This event is happening. This is the way that we're running. This kind of thing. Oh, we overbooked like this situation, so this is how we're going to mitigate these things when they come up tonight. Or I anticipate tonight's going to be somewhat of a shit show because this happened in the kitchen. This is going on. So
Yeah.
like in that kind of an instance. But when people are there like all day long, or if you have like the same people that are like there all day, they kind of like know everything that's kind of like going on throughout the day. So I don't know. It's like you kind of like touch base like throughout the day.
But how do you like don't you like say, what if you're just hypothetical, like your front of house is, because I know you have a POS system, but like back in the day at George's, we didn't have a POS system. We were just all handwritten checks. And the back of the house and the front of the house was not communicating right. They were just arguing at each other. So I thought it was best to hold a meeting and then go through everything like that way. What I mean, how do you handle that situation now with that? If you're going to be open all the time, do you just squash it right then and there? Do you discuss one-on-one with the kitchen and then the server, or do you bring out the?
So I try to limit the connectivity between like kitchen and like service like as much as I can. I try to make it like, because if I'm there, I'm running Expo, or if I'm not there, I like to have somebody else running Expo. So I like front of house to communicate with Expo, and then Expo to communicate with kitchen. This way it kind of like runs like a streamline. So even like if the kitchen's running low on something, I prefer them to tell Expo, and then from there for like Expo to go out and then go forward with that. again, like I've never had like an official like, complete staff. Like this is like everybody in the restaurant. Let's have a meeting. I've never done it yet.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, Yanni, we would do a once a year staff meeting. Everybody. Like everybody, every employee from every restaurant had to be there.
And if you weren't there, you were fired.
Yep. It was a mandatory staff meeting, and it wouldn't be a bitch. I can't say that word without like smirking to myself. It won't be one of those bitch session. Wow, this is horrible. It won't be one of those sessions.
That's good. We got it.
You talk about the good. You talk about the speed bumps. You talk about everything, and you just go for it. And also, at some point too, it was pretty interesting to see some people never met some other people from some of the other restaurants before.
Yeah, sure.
So, which is interesting. But it used to be a once a year thing. I don't think any of the restaurants that I operated after probably 2018 never really had a staff meeting at all. Every restaurant that I operated was one or two front of the house people, one or two back of the house people, like that I owned, operated.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's easy because you're in a group together in close quarters for most of the day, so you're kind of going over everything.
Yeah.
no, I see it's much easier like when where it's like one-on-one. I mean, me personally, I prefer the meetings just because it kind of just shows dominance to everybody. Like, I know it sounds terrible, but like it just shows like, all right, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just sit down, listen to me, and that's it. And I guess where it's like one or two people, I guess I understand where you guys are coming from, but I don't know. I believe meetings are important.
Right.
I just think it helps the communication of the staff from the front and the back of the house. Any problems that Joe Schmo has with this person or with Debbie and whatnot, I mean, I just feel like it gets out that way instead of just like one-on-one. I don't know. That's just me, I guess.
There's nothing negative that can come from a meeting.
No,
like
100%.
putting it in only.
That's definitely,
Yeah.
It's definitely
only
like
positive.
Yeah, they're definitely like productive, well, they can be, or they can be like non-productive too. Like I've been on like some meetings are productive,
Absolutely.
like when it's done, like something happens, and other meetings it's like, okay, like nothing's happened.
I know,
Yeah,
but sometimes those ones are fun too. Every once in a blue moon,
like
but
Every once in a blue moon, you got to play Uno.
Yeah.
Well, we've never busted out a deck of cards.
No, I know. Well, we have our meetings once a week, and I just
Right.
and they're good. I always like them. Sometimes they take longer, but they're fun. I mean,
Right.
I don't know. It builds. I guess it builds a team.
So, do you think that
Yeah.
depending on the size of your staff, like if you have a staff working, like at
Listen,
our smallest restaurant, you have a staff of
It's like the owner,
two or
operator,
three in the
your
front
server,
and two or three in the back.
Person in the back.
Yeah. And our bigger restaurants, you have what, 5 or 6 in the back, 7 or 8 in the front. Does it matter at that point, like to have a daily meeting at either
I'm
place?
not a daily meeting, but it's like the smaller restaurants when it comes to like Petunia or
I'm sorry, when I say daily meeting, I apologize. I keep thinking from a back of the house perspective of having somebody come out to speak to the staff because you operate one of the larger restaurants. Do you have one of the main kitchen guy come to the front on a daily basis, or just kind of on a whim? Or?
So he'll come out on right around 4:30, and he'll discuss if there's anything we're short of, anything you want to sell or push. He'll let you know. He'll let them know the dessert, or any kind of special edition we have.
Do you do tastings?
We only do tastings if it's a special.
Okay, so if you have a special that night, you'll
that's what we taste. Yeah, just because I just feel like it's just something that's important and whatnot. And it helps.
Yeah.
And like I said, it helps to build the connection from the front of house to back of house. Because how many times we always have these talks about front of house and back of house just fighting. I mean, I know it's a lot different when it's just like Petunia, where it's just like Nick and Ashley and like Liz or whatnot. That's easy.
Right.
Yeah.
Where it's these bigger ones or the ones you have up in Philly. We said you were chefs at. We chefed at where it's like 400 people that night. It's like that's insane.
Yeah.
Right.
It gets wild sometimes. And look, being on both ends at some point or another,
That's what she said.
You don't know what the front of the house is walking into or what's happening out there. You're just getting the effect of 5 tickets coming in from one server at the same exact time, let's say.
Yeah.
You don't know what caused that series of events to get those 5 tickets. Could be just a shitty server. It could be a hostess problem. It could be a busser transitioning problem. It could be a lot. And then you hate on them. And then they hate on you for like, where's my food at?
Yeah.
What backed you up? Well, you backed me up. And it causes that friction but you're only getting that one piece of the story. You're not getting
the whole story.
You're not getting all of it.
And that's why, like I said, I think it's like, I know it's Brian's the biggest one. That's why I always like, I try to always have meetings like regularly or whatnot, so we're good to go. Like I understand, but you're at George's 100% of the time. That you just always touching. Well, that sounds weird. You're
touching them all.
He's touching them all. Gotta touch them all. Like Pablo. But it's much easier when you don't have like means like that. I guess I understand. Like,
well, like again, like it's more intimate, right? Because it's
it is.
Yeah, when I'm touching up, it's fucking so bad, George. No, but I mean,
can't help it.
But yeah, like if there's like three, like let's say it's the morning staff, right? So like I literally will have the servers, the busser, and me. Like we'll all be right there in the same like setting, so I can communicate like something between them, or like like stuff just comes out like in that setting because it's like more intimate. You know what I mean? Like it's not this giant sprawling. You know,
that's actually part of a good point. Is your morning server and your morning busser the same people that your nighttime server, nighttime busser?
So sometimes and sometimes no. So like I know like usually. There's like a transit, like if there is a transition in like the serving or like whoever's there, usually someone will go like give like a quick rundown of like anything that's like initially like going on, or if there's anything like of note, you know?
I guess to wrap it all up, I don't think it matters how big or small your staff is. I think it's just important to have a meeting, whether you're a chef in the kitchen or
communication more than anything.
House. It all comes down to
or just touching them all.
Thing. Yeah.
Touch them all.
Right.
Under the table.
It's disgusting.
Hashtag canceled. Restaurant Buck.
We out.
Late.
Ow.
Peace.
Ow.
Bye.
Ow. Ow. Touch them all under the table.
Restaurant Punk, what's up?